you ever been lost? Not just like a little bit lost, but lost like I don't know where I am and I don't know how to get to where I'm trying to go. That's not a great feeling. It's not as common now because everybody's got GPS on their phones, right? But the last time I was lost, it's been a few years, I was with a friend. We were in Dallas. We were trying to come home. She was driving. There was a lot of traffic, so we were going to take a shortcut, kind of get off the freeway, go through some neighborhoods, and go home. And we did that, but then she kind of started getting a little turned around, and she didn't really know where she was, and I didn't know how to help her, and we had no GPS. And then it was getting dark, and so we ended up in these neighborhoods, and it was kind of like, well, I guess we could stop and ask for directions, but that might not be the best idea. And we just kind of kept driving, and it was kind of a really nervous, not great feeling for like 15 to 20 minutes until we accidentally found the freeway and were able to go home. But that lost feeling is not much fun. A long time ago, when people would go places and they would navigate, they would use stars, right? And so I don't understand how this worked and how you could navigate by stars, but that's what they would use. And I guess you would only travel at night. Very interesting. But then we got a little bit more sophisticated, and somebody came up with a compass, right? And for the directionally gifted people, this was helpful because it told them which direction north was. For the more directionally challenged people, north is kind of a vague concept, and that's not really all that helpful, but this did help with basic navigation, right? But then we upgraded to maps, right? And this was helpful. This is a whole lot of information, right? If you can find where you are to start with and you know where you're trying to go, this is very helpful. But then, well, you can't fold them back up. That's the only thing. They don't, once you open it, that's it. But now we have GPS, right? GPS is awesome because all you need to know is two things. Where are you? Where are you trying to go? And then it gives you all the possible options for getting there, and it's great. Sometimes in life, especially starting out in life, high school, college, early adulthood, it's easy to feel a little lost. A lot of students feel a little bit like, I'm not quite sure where I'm trying to go or how I'm planning on getting there exactly. And they need a little bit of help and a little bit of guidance to navigate those years, right? As a career coach, the fun part about my job is it's fairly simple, very much like GPS. I get to help students figure out where they are currently and then where they're trying to go. And where they are currently is more who they are, how were they put together, what's their personality, what are their skills, interests, talents, passion, purpose. We get into all of the fun things that make them unique and that make them them. And then once we have a good understanding of that, then we start looking at what do you want the next 5, 10, 15 years to look like? And how are we going to connect those dots, right? From where you are to where you want to be, how are we going to do that? And there's usually more than one way, so we look at what's the best way, right? What is the best way for you, the best next step? This helps a lot with that not sure how to make those decisions, because a lot of times students in this time period can wander around for 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 years, kind of guessing their way through and trying this and trying that. And I don't really know where I'm trying to go. And they can kind of flounder and sometimes get a little stuck. Planning it out beforehand and thinking through this process, this career planning process, and understanding this process helps tremendously to give students clarity about where they're trying to go and confidence, and to help them get there quickly so that they don't waste a lot of time and money and energy and everything in that confusion, right? They know where they're trying to go and how to get there. If you have a student, or you are a student, or you have friends who are in that age group category trying to figure out these directions, these decisions, high school, early college, early adulthood, I would love to have you join me at my next college and career planning workshop. It is going to be June the 4th at 6:30 at the Pearland West Library. For all my Houston friends, it is free. You can register at beforethelaunch.com/workshop. It is going to be super fun. I will be doing one online very soon, like a virtual webinar kind of thing for all of my people who don't want to travel. But this one's going to be in person, 6:30, Tuesday, June 4th, at the Pearland West Library. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be talking about how to navigate through that process, what those decisions are, what it looks like, and how students can start preparing early so that when they get to those decisions in those years, it's a lot of a smoother process, right? They don't have as much of that stress and drama and that lost feeling of, I don't know what's happening, and I don't like that feeling, right? We want to travel through those years confidently and with clarity and get where we're trying to go. So I'd love to have you join me and hope to see you there.